good? The tribe of Gad is the ones that are so-called Native American Indians. The tribe of Reuben is the one called so-called Semitic Indians. But they found stone tablets with the Hebrew. This is like the Ten Commandments that they found with Hebrew writing on here, proving that the tribe of Gad, so-called Native American Indians, kept the commandments. This right, the fringes. This is actually. I want to ask one of them if they know why they wear this, because this actually dates back to Numbers 15:38. Check this out. Read it for me.
Numbers chapter 15, verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel.
Again, he's talking to Israel. He's talking about the whole 12 tribes.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
Keep reading.
Throughout their generations.
So that's going back from way back then all the way up to now. You still see them wearing the fringes. Keep reading. But there's a reason why he said do that. Because this is where we, as a people, fell off from. Read it.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So we got the ribbon of blue, all right.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe,
okay,
that ye may look upon it.
Look upon it and what?
And remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them.
That's why that's what the whole point of wearing the fringe is, to remember the commandments of the Lord and do them. That's what we read in Deuteronomy 28. The curses came upon us because we stopped as a nation of people living the way he said live, eating the way he said eat. The natural healings that we're supposed to do, we ain't supposed to be taking all these things that the what we would call them, man-made. No, I'm looking for what's his name? Well, it says gas a troop to overcome them. So that's going into all these guys. Andrew Jackson and. All these guys. That's going. They didn't come up. So you know how it is. They put the smallpox in the blankets to kill off the people.
I don't think that they purposely did it. But what occurred is that those blankets were being used by those diseased people, and then because they would choose no longer to keep those blankets because they knew they were diseased, they gifted them to the natives. Yeah. So
that's on purpose.
Well,
that's a mean gift.
You're right.
That's a mean gift right there. I'm gonna give. That's like you got something that's gonna cause me to break out. I'm gonna here's a gift for you.
Oh brother. Yeah. You're right that way.
Actually, get the part about them being the warriors. I'm gonna tell you why they did that. Your tribe was warriors. So if I wanted to not have to deal with fighting your tribe, what would I do? What kind of warfare would I use that they may not know about? They do. Exactly. So they was like, I don't think we can beat these guys. They in the trees. They bow and arrows. They can fight. How can I come back? I'm gonna leave for a little. What can I do? So they gave you the blankets. They left. And when they came back, it was like, it's nobody around anymore. That's what they did. They got that on YouTube saying that, they actually proclaimed that all of them were dead. That's how bad they killed off people with those blankets. They thought that they killed them all from the blankets, that the gifts. So I have another question.
Yeah.
Which month in the United States is the month for the Native Americans, the so-called Native Americans? Which month is your history month?
Well, I had a very high honor there. That's a good question. I'm not remember what year it was, but because of what I do, the Dole Hart Logistics Center in Battle Creek, Michigan asked me to be the spokesperson for that year. That was in the month of November. And as we know it now, the month of November is the month recognized most for Native American awareness. Now, and when I spoke, the mayor proclaimed Battle Creek as recognizing November as Native American month. The federal government sent, a Secretary of Defense. There was a great number of dignitaries there for that event. So, like I said, I was very highly honored. I believe it's my home territory. I was within 10, 15 miles of my home, and they chose me because of every year they had done it in Battle Creek at this center. But the year that I did it was when it was finally proclaimed. I'm known as a flute maker. I do music, but what I'm known most of, as I said earlier, I'm an assembler. I'm an assembler of people. I bring the people together.
All right. So you said
Come on,
November.
November.
All right, so I'm gonna give you some history about November.
Okay.
All right, I know you heard the lie about Christopher Columbus, right? All right, so do you know how many indigenous people died in November because of the Hispanics?
No, I have no idea.
Over 750 people were slaughtered. Not military, not the military. Women, children, all slaughtered to make way for them to come. And that's what happened in November. So,
Let me read something to him about November. You know what's in November, right? Thanksgiving, right?
My birthday.
I know that. You know Thanksgiving in November, right?
Yeah,
Check this out.
Thanksgiving.
William B. Newell, a Ben Spicott Indian, a former chairman of an anthropology department at the University of Connecticut, says that the first official Thanksgiving Day was celebrated the massacre of 700 Indian men, women, and children during one of their religious ceremonies. And
That one I've never heard.
And they it's almost like a mockery that they put these things out for our people in the times where they know that they was destroying our people.
Yeah.
Totally, we got that one. You got people celebrating Thanksgiving, and the root of it is nothing but death and murder.
See, these are some of the lies that we expose on our radio show. Because I'm not throwing away what you did, because what you did is great. You're an assembler and you was doing your job. But for the people that did this to say, you know what, we're gonna put you, because we like celebrating because of this, we're gonna make that your month. We're gonna celebrate together.
It's like saying somebody comes here and tears your whole stand down, right? Burns it, and then 50 years later, your great grandchild celebrates the day that this got burned down. That's the lie that
what you're saying right there. You know, I've been involved most of my life with this, and years ago, because you know that they have reenactments of battles.
Yeah.
They tried to get us to have one of these events at one of their battles. I said,
wow,
you want us to celebrate your conquering of us?
Tell them to do a reenactment of when Custer got conquered by Crazy Horse. Tell them to do that one. That's the one we want to do. That's what we'll do.
So you said they wanted you to reenact an event when you got conquered, correct?
Yeah.
And what they tell us in school is that you basically gave away the land for trinkets. They make it seem as if it was a peaceful bargain, right? I want you to hear something. Psalms chapter 55, verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. Because you were at peace with him. You welcomed him over. It was a dead of winter. Showed him how to survive. Showed him how to live. So you was at peace with him, right? It says he had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. Because many agreements, many covenants they made with you guys, and they reneged. They broke them. They went against them, right? It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. Because they came to you peaceably, acting like they were your friends. But war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So they came one way, but they really meant evil against you.
So a lot of your history, what we were showing you, that you are actually an Israelite, and that name means God of power. And you kind of knew that was about indigo. You actually explained that you were holy people. You saw the tablet that had the 10 Commandments on it.
His tribe.
And your tribe.
Be simple. His reading. He's talking about. I believe his tribe would be Issachar.
Yeah.
If you go back to that Mexican region, you would be from the tribe of Issachar.
So now, was that what you just said? Why did I approach you?
Why did you approach me?
Yeah, why did I approach you? Well, you were the man that I should.
Yeah.
Why did I approach you? Why did I?
That's higher.
I think you've seen some kind of spiritual connection between me and you.
Well, because I was pretty busy when you walked.
Yeah, you was. And you stopped what you were doing.
But out the corner of my eye, I see 4 men in purple. Well, then I see the word Israel. And so that's why I mean, you've seen I broke from my people to come.
Exactly. You seen it. It's like, okay, think about it. This ain't a coincidence.
No.
God gives each of
There
us
is
a
no
chance to
coincidence.
find
There
out
are no
who we,
accidents.
and the thing you connected with, the one thing you said, you connected with the word Israel. God will show you that you are an Israelite. That is your true nationality. That is your true heritage. And the ways to live the life, the ways to live it, it's all right here. All, down to what we eat, down to the things that we keep holy, down to how we should dress. Everything is right here in this book that's been taken away from our people.
And actually, some of the other things that you know about you being Israel is your tabernacles.
Oh yeah.
Tabernacles is something that you were celebrating during the time that a lot of things were taken away from through the times of the war. You were celebrating. You were celebrating tabernacles, so that's why you would have what they call today teepees, because you had to sleep in booths during tabernacles. A lot of the things that you guys was already doing, you can find it in the scriptures. I know that you look at the scriptures. Some people look at the scriptures as being that's what they use to tear us down, but they was actually lying to you. They knew you were the people. They read the book to get to you to find out where you was. And that's actually in the scripture. They found you because what was in the book. They were like, I know where you actually. Can you get that? How they knew where they was. How they knew where his people was. They knew who your people was. You can find that actually in the scriptures. Second Ezra. Because in Second Ezra, Christopher Columbus knew where he was going. He actually was reading the Bible and said, Second Ezra says this. This is what it says about your people.
How they got here.
Your people was already here, right? Alright, so they was already here. Do you know when they got here? You don't really know, right? The Bible's going to tell you when you got here. Watch this.
Second Ezra, chapter 13, verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king.
So it was 10 tribes. Issachar is one of those 10 tribes. He was laid out. You had to go to slavery. That's how everything started and what you got to do.
Verse 41. But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
Who came here before you guys? Was men here before you guys? No. But never mankind dwelt. You left and came where never mankind dwelt. Read on.
That they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
Like the teepee with the tabernacles, like the fringes you guys are wearing. You're gonna be keeping your commandments that you know of. You get lost in translation sometimes because you was away from your people. Read on.
And they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river. For the Most High then shewed signs for them, and held still the flood, till they were passed over.
So he held still the flood. Most High was helping you guys get to where you were going. So it's a little river. It's a lot of people. He had a flood. You raised the ships up, and now you're going south. You're going around Africa. Let's see how long it took and where you went.
For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. And the same region is called Arsareth.
The same region is called Arsareth. You went to a place known as Arsareth that took a year and a half to get to, and you left to a place that never mankind dwelt. Who is that? Who else could that be?
First Chronicles 12.
Could that be any other nation on this planet but your guys? So who is this, and who is this talking about? Is it talking about talking about Indians, or is it talking about Israelites?
Well, I guess they're talking about the Israelites.
It's talking about Israelites. So it's talking about the Israelites. Only you guys did it. So what that makes you?
Well, the Lord that wants to come to me is chosen.
What if? Let me repeat the question, because you kind of said the answer. I want a straight answer, because the other people are gonna see this. I'm gonna make sure I get your name right. John Red Deer, everybody. John Red Deer. All right, so the Most High, the God of one God, one head God, help the Israelites get to this side of the world where no mankind dwelt. Your people was already here. Your people is here.
Yeah.
Was here before everybody else got here. So what that makes your people?
still say the chosen to be the one.
Who are the chosen?
No, hold on.
Who are the
He's
chosen?
exactly right.
Yeah, he's right.
Let's get the scripture.
Oh yeah,
He's
let's
exactly
get that.
You're not
Genesis.
saying it. You're not saying the wrong answer.
I was looking for you to say the name.
You're not saying the wrong answer. You're the chosen.
Actually, give him the chosen. Give him the chosen scripture. We're gonna give you the name of the chosen. You're right. You are the chosen. You are the chosen. Read.
Isaiah chapter 44 verse 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant,
Jacob. His name was later on called Israel. Read.
and Israel, whom I have chosen.
Israel is whom I have chosen. So if you're the chosen, you're Israel.
It even go down to the war paint. Why do they wear the war paint?
It's an individualized who they identify who they are.
Check out what God said about that. Check that out. First Chronicles.
War paint? Now we're going about the war paint.
First Chronicles 12 and 8.
First Chronicles chapter 12 verse 8. And of the Gadites,
The Gadites, the tribe of Israel, so-called Native American Indians. Read.
there separated themselves unto David,
Okay. David, you know King David. All right.
into the whole to the wilderness, men of might.
Men of might, fighting men.
You remember when we said they were scared of you guys? They had to find some of the warfare before they come over here.
Men of might and men of war,
Men of might and of war,
fit for the battle,
fit for the battle.
that can handle shield and buckler.
Now look, this is written way before Sitting Bull, Crazy Horse, and all them. He's talking about the type of people, read.
Whose faces were like the faces of lions.
How can a man have a face like a lion? That's where the war paint come from. These tribes was doing this way before, like I said, Sitting Bull and Crazy Horse and them. That's in their bloodline. But this is going to showing that this is the Israelites, that tribe. He even talks about a troop shall overcome you. You got that scripture? Yep. Check this out. Who? You remember that old TV show F Troop?
Yeah.
Who was that? That was Andrew Jackson and all them, right? Check this what the Bible says.
Y'all laughing.
I remember
Isaiah,
it was a comedy show. I knew he took it.
Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 65 verse 11. But ye that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain,
Keeping the commandments.
that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number.
That's Thanksgiving. Read.
Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called ye did not answer.
Because we broke the commandments. That's the only. I want Gad, the troops shall overcome you. That's the only reason why the cavalry could overtake us. There's no way. Read.
Genesis chapter 49 verse 19. Gad, a troop shall overcome him.
The Most High is letting you know that the troop will overcome them. Why? Because we broke the commandments. There's no. When you think about it, when you think about the African American man, how did those big, strong slaves get taken by one white man with a whip? It was only because God allowed it, because He was punishing us. How can they come from afar? You guys know the land and the area. One question we're talking about Gad is like swift as the roe. That's in Chronicles.
Yeah, that's the one. I thought you just read that.
No, I didn't finish.
Swift as the roe meaning, they were on those horses doing this, doing that. How could they overtake that? Only from the power, because God allowed. If you have a son or a daughter, if you punishing them, things gonna happen to them because you're punishing them. You're the father. God the Father is our Father. He punished us for not living the way He said live. So we are mighty people.
So that's all I got, but I don't know if they he might want to go more. But I just want to let you know.
This couple of.
I just want to. Get a couple. You got more. I know he's.
I think all of these that you got is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got a lot because he talked to a lot of people.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's I remember that.
And if you ever wanted to come, we write.
Okay.
We have our church is right up the road there.
Yeah.
And if you ever want to come,
I'm gonna be coming back in 3 weeks. I'm from North.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
I'll be coming back in 3 weeks for 10 days.
What part of
We're in
What state?
Muncie.
What is that?
Muncie is about Indiana.
Oh, Indiana. What was that?
I'm Ashkenazi Jewish and Native American Indian.
School we have out there.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, it'd be a pleasure for you to come visit.
You said you're from up north?
Yeah, up in near Indianapolis.
Oh, Indianapolis?
Yeah.
What camp is up
Yeah,
there?
we got a camp up there too.
Cincinnati, right?
Yeah. Nah, Indianapolis, it's outside of, what's that?
One thing I know is Chicago.
Yeah, they have one that they started though. Unless I'm
Indiana?
confusing it with Indiana. Yeah, that's probably what I'm mixing it up with.
So can I get any bits and pieces of this which you guys just recorded?
Oh yeah, not a problem at all.
I mean, are you gonna be? Is it going to be online or something where I can refer people to?
It might be on YouTube. Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be on YouTube for sure.
On the back of the flyer?
Yeah, the address.
We got a
That's the
pin.
website. Because we have a website.
Okay.
We also have a YouTube. If you
right.
type into YouTube, it pops up. Israel Unite. You could type in Orlando. That's the camp that we're at right
Okay.
now, which is right down the road.
But if you want to speak to someone about that, just call that phone number.
Yeah.
Extension 707.
Okay.
And they'll know exactly what you're talking about. Because I can get you the raw footage if you want to have person for yourself, or I can just refer you to the YouTube page that it's going to be on.
Honestly, I've been used all my life as far as
Microphone back there.
they send them to me. When the newspaper comes or the TV channel comes, they say, no, go, that's go talk to them.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
How can we talk to a group of tribal people at once? Is there any way? Every time I try to make contact, it's always not your people. It's somebody else. So I'm like, is there reservations or anything that we can try to just talk and have a dialogue with people?
Yeah, well, the best thing there is to get, talk directly to the council or the elders of the council.
That's what I'm saying. Who is that?
I have no phone number to give you.
It's always somebody else. It's like it's not. I put it like this, it's not a indigenous person who I talk to.
Find a reservation phone number. When you finally find a reservation phone number and you get to that operator, tell them you want to speak to the director of elders. The director of elders is the one that can break chapters. See, that's why I've been able to get to where I have been in many places, because I don't carry a card. I have no document of nativeness, but they've always used me all my life. All right, so we're in modern day now. Everything becomes differently.
Yeah.
So they're trying to say, no, we don't need you no more.
Yeah.
So what I tell them is, well, go talk to this person. Well, when they talk to that person, or I even say, go talk to this person, they say, okay, never mind. Because they know, if I can say, go talk to this person, that person's going to say, hey, leave him alone.
I actually had a question, because you said they allow you to come speak. You said that was in Michigan?
Yeah, in Michigan, there's what they call a gathering of elders. There's 3 tribes.
Okay.
All tribes are welcome, but it's a gathering of the Potawatomi, Odawa, and Ojibwe.
So, is there any way we can get a contact information with you to see if? Because we actually have brothers in Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah.
That could possibly come out there, where we might not be able to travel all the way, but you can meet up with them and. Place for that. Yeah. Like someone said Michigan.
Detroit.
I mean, Lord's really set up some you and Captain to stay fly.
Get a hold of me.
Okay.
All right. So you could have one of them call me, and by that time I'll hopefully have the phone number of who the elder is, because the old director she wouldn't let anybody touch me. I mean, she used to tell everybody, no, you leave him alone, because she was the director of the elders. Well, she has elders over her. I'm connected all the way to the eldest of the elders in me.
Wow, yeah, that'd be great, man. If we could just.
So if I want to cause trouble, in the tribal community, because they're saying you're not welcome anymore, I say, well, I'll go find somebody to tell you, leave me alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to do that, what you do is have them get a hold of me. I'll be home in about 4 days, so they can get a hold of me after I can find out who the actual director is now.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Definitely gonna be in touch. You're gonna be back here. You said 10 days.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of when the gathering of elders. I think is usually in April. So you got plenty of time to try to get in.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll bring outside like that. I can just say
Yeah.
that's my best bet of trying to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we definitely feel like we have a tribal affiliation with the people. That's what temple we come from. That we are indigenous people, just like you are.
Well, that's the way I
got
view
more
it,
history
too.
on it.
That's indigenous people.
Even like in the Apopka area, I forgot the name of the tribe, but it was known as the potato eaters. That's why the name of it is Apopka today. Most of the slaves, all of the slaves didn't go up north. A lot of them went to Florida because of the Seminole Indians was there, and they can be with the Seminole Indians. They would welcome them in, like, oh, come in. You know, they was just like any other, what you would call indigenous people. They intermarried. They lived normal for like 100 years, and like they were saying, the troops came in from Andrew Jackson, and watch it.
Good stuff.
The troops came in, right? So they was like, hey, the peace treaty was that you would take some of these slaves, but you guys didn't do it. You never would take all people as slaves. So, and a lot of it intermixed, because a lot of them, both my grandfathers was what they would call, they have, one of them they said was half Cherokee. I think one of them was like half Seminole. But the thing about what I'm saying, the Native people, you would not find them in any kind of paperwork. So some of my brothers were like, well, we're just gonna go to the reservation. That's a reservation right outside, like right above Athens, Georgia. But they was thinking about just going there. I didn't know he was recording this.
Yeah.
Oh, you're still recording? Well, good. No, it's all right. Yeah.
It's
nice to meet you.
They come around, let them know how much you appreciate what they've done for us. Give us this opportunity, we can be here today. Without their sacrifice, we wouldn't be able to be here and celebrate our culture the way we do. Thank you, all vets. Thank you very much.
Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us, subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.